I'm trying to attend every F1 race for £20,000, and this was the fan zone, grandstand, and paddock club experience at the Brazilian Grand Prix. First things first, and that was getting to Brazil. I flew out on Friday evening from Heathrow with LATAM and then arrived into Sao Paulo at 5 AM on Saturday. No time to rest though, as headed straight from my hotel, dropped off my bag, and then onwards to the circuit. After last week's announcement, Heineken have very kindly invited me into the paddock club for the weekend to meet some awesome media and content creators, so fueled myself up and got a great spot for the very chaotic sprint race. Bortoletto's crash was a genuinely scary moment and a massive testament to F1 safety, seeing him hop out unharmed. After the sprint, we headed over to the Heineken Village, which had some amazing views of the middle sector, almost as good as getting to go-kart on the circuit during F1 weekend. That is so cool. Back in Paddock Club, the food selection was top-notch, as you'd expect. I tried the calamari with octopus and also the fillet of beef, which were both very nice. Although what wasn't very nice was Max getting knocked out in Q1, but I can't really complain having had this view for the session, before Lando wrapped up pole to round off Saturday. On to Sunday, and the day started with an Uber and an amazing breakfast, which will have its own video. I then headed over to my original ticket location in the distance, which was Grandstand G. This grandstand was one of the cheapest you could buy, but I was really impressed, and the atmosphere was building even 3 hours before the race. But now time to bring everything back down to earth with the team t-shirt toll, and I didn't think it was possible after Saudi, but we have a new leader, £171 for the McLaren Polo in Brazil. I think I need to lie down. The good news is that if you do spend a small fortune on that Polo, then you can get 10 nuggets for £4 at the first McDonald's I've seen inside an F1 event this season. On top of that, there were some great vibes in the fan zone, with historic cars to see and plenty of stands to explore. After pacing it back, I've been wondering when we'd next get a Lego-style driver's parade again, and here we are. These things didn't hang about either, especially considering how small they were. Our group had then been invited onto a Red Bull garage tour, another thing to add to the list of crazy experiences this year. I will honestly never take this stuff for granted. And on the way out of the Red Bull garage, spotted a Red Bull and F1 legend. So after watching the laps of the grid and a pretty epic and deafening flyover, we were underway at Interlagos. Charles out of the race, so another sad zoom-in edit. The tyre was even hanging around to really rub it in. Mid-race, we were then on the move, so had to get the stream going. More than worth it though to go on a photo safari to a photographer's zone. Another unforgettable experience is seeing these cars fly full speed around turn 6, and of course wearing a fun Brazilian bib. We returned to turn 1 for a while to watch Max's charge, and then headed down to the gates ready for the podium sprint.
Run.
Decent spot secured and a more than decent weekend for Lando, who has now built a very healthy championship lead. A massive thank you to Heineken for the incredible access this weekend. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I appreciate all of the support on my videos more than you'll ever know, and I'll be back tomorrow with more content from my 40 hours in Brazil.